Have you ever been in love and fallen out of love with that same person, that same man or woman? That's the question that I'm posing today to you. I personally, in my own life, don't ever remember falling out of love with someone. As a matter of fact, what is it to be in love versus just simply loving the other individual? I don't believe now that I'm much older that people should fall in love. That's like saying that there are varying degrees of love in a relationship. I mean, when you really care about someone genuinely, it's just really that. You care about them. How many degrees of love could there possibly be for that one person in your life? For example, let's say you meet someone today and you hit it off. There's some things that you have in common with one another. You like the appearance of that other man or woman, and you begin to go out. Some people call it dating, and you go take in lunch, maybe breakfast. It sounds kind of coy, cliche-ish, but you go to a movie maybe, or you just go out to the park or whatever, just simply for maybe even a walk. But you begin to like one another's company. You like the conversation, and you begin on both sides to have feelings for one another. And then over the period of time, you find yourself dating, as they say. And then you become even intimate, physically, sexually, with one another. And some might want to term it as girlfriend, boyfriends. But you're actually now in a relationship, a physical relationship as well. So you talk to your friends and you say, well, this new boo that I have, this new individual that I met, they are the one. I love them. We've been together now for several weeks or even several months, and I want to spend the rest of my life with them, and they just bought me this, or I just bought them that, and we just went to this particular event and we had a blast. We had a party. We had fun. Fast forward a couple years, 3-4 years, you're clashing. Now, of course, this did not happen overnight, but over a period of years, now you've been with this individual, you have been with one another, now you're fighting on a semi-regular basis, and now it's become a regular basis. No one has ever sat down and had a conversation intellectually with the other one about what's really going on. What has brought us to this point where we are fighting one another like cats and dogs? So, this one person that you were so enamored with in the beginning, now you can't stand their guts, ladies. And guys, you wish she would leave the house. You want someone else. You want to get away. Why? What happened? So is it possible to fall out of love? I say no. Let me tell you this, and I want you to weigh in on it after this. When you truly have the right intent in the beginning of your relationship between the both of you, when you truly give one another time and you try to nurture the relationship from the beginning, there's less possibility of you having these vehement internal and external conflicts with one another if you did it right the first time. In other words, not to beat a dead horse, in other words, take your time. Don't be so quick to jump in the bed with the other person from a physical standpoint. Get to know where one another actually is, and especially on a lot of important subjects in your life. What does your partner, or what do both of you all think about living together. You see, it's one thing to date someone and you go home to your respective homes, but it's an entirely different thing when you are actually under the same roof and you see each other every day. And you have your own mind and they have their own mind and they have their own views about how things should be done inside the home, about finances. Some people are financially literate, some are not. Some are thrifty, some are frivolous with their money. What type of person are you in a relationship with? These are things that you need to establish in the very beginning. This is the foundation. Do you want children? Do you want to expand beyond just the two of you? Do you want to pursue education? Do you both have gainful employment? Do you believe that all of your money should be yours and the money of the other individual should be theirs? Or do you believe that you should control all of the finances in the home and the other one should not? Do you believe that your wife or your girlfriend should work and you should bear the burden, or do you believe that she needs to have a job and contribute just as well as you? These are some of the commonalities. These are some of the things that make people fall apart because they didn't get to know one another early on in the relationship. So, getting back to what I was going to say earlier about falling in love. I believe in just loving someone, not falling in love. I believed in falling in love when I was a child. Infatuation, some people might call it as well. Something that you really don't understand. You can't fall in love. And you definitely cannot fall out of love. Either you love someone or you don't love them. Now, that's for the men and for the women. One person can't put all of the effort in. It has to be reciprocated. Do you love one another? That's the question.